Now I'll introduce you to the two basic input and output functions local to the stdio.h library. They are the printf and scanf commands. The printf is your basic output command, while the scanf is your basic input command. The syntax for the printf function is as follows: printf, open parentheses, double quotation mark, a percent sign, double quotation mark, comma, a variable name, closing parentheses, and then a semicolon. On the other hand, if you just wish to output a block of text, then you can do this: printf, open parentheses, two double quotation marks, closing parentheses, semicolon. The text that you wish to appear in the output should be typed in between the quotation marks. Now, I'd like the output screen to pause because I would really want to see the output. Hence, I'll put the getch function here because it does a marvelous job of pausing the output screen. However, this getch function is local to the conio.h library. Since it is not declared, expect an error when you compile this and, as expected, getch is undeclared because the compiler cannot find the library for getch. Now, if I were to declare conio.h, notice that the error disappears. Now, to test the first capability of the printf function, which is to simply output blocks of text, here we go. I am a beginner, and then say I want numbers, random numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This button here is a compile and run button, as opposed to this only being a compile button. What this does is that it compiles the program and then runs it afterward should there be no errors. And as expected, the block of text have been outputted. Now, for the variable type, what follows a percent is a letter that designates the data type of the variable, which have been typed for your convenience. Say I want to output num. Since num is an integer, then %d num. Notice, however, that num has not been instantiated. Hence, when you output this, expect to see rubbish. However, when you do instantiate it, expect to see the value that you assigned. What if I want the user to designate the value? Then that's when scanf comes to play. Now scanf, open parentheses, double quotation mark, the percent sign again, %d because I want to take in an integer value, then double quotation mark, comma, and then the ampersand. Now this is important. This is what differentiates the scanf from the printf. The scanf takes an input and stores the value of that input in the address of the variable num, for instance, in this case. Hence it is important that you have the ampersand. I repeat, it is important that you have this ampersand to designate storage. Otherwise, you'll encounter a runtime error when you do run this program. Right, now we demonstrate. The cursor here blinks because it is waiting for an input from the user, which is me or you. Now say 6, and then once it has stored 6, printf displays that, and there it is, 6.